So let's say again I have numbers 10, 20, 30, 40. So I want some elements of this array. So let's say I want numbers dot, when I say slice, so the advantage of slice is that it returns a new array. So when I don't specify anything in slice, you get exact same array. So here I will log numbers sliced. You can see both are same, exactly same, but they are copy of the array. So these numbers and this numbers dot slice returns an array. So slice returns part of that array. So we are not providing any parameter here. So it returns entire array as it is. So it's like a copy of that array. But if I pass some parameters, so you can pass some parameters of start index and end index. So let's say from position 0, you can see start to end, you can pass. So let's say from position 0, I want up to position 3. So this is 0, 1, 2. So when I pass 2, so slice method will not include this index 2. It will include only up to index 2. So excluding this index, it will return all those elements. You can see you get only 10 and 20. You don't get 30. So slice is used to return some part of that array. If you want to get some individual intermediate elements or starting elements or ending elements, you can use slice method. So from position 0 to position 2, but don't include position 2. Up to position 2 you want all the elements. So if I skip this, if you skip the end index, it will return all the elements from starting position 0. You can see both are same. But if I enter 1, now from position 1, it will return all those elements. You can see 20, 30, 40 you get. And from position, if I enter 2, you will get 30 and 40. So I can enter any value. So let's say position 4. So this is 0, 1, 2, 3. Now there is no position 4. Still you will not get error. You will get excluding position 4 up to 3. So all the elements are up to 3 only. So you will get from 20 to 40. You can see 20, 30, 40 you will get. So even if you get some larger number index, it does not matter. Until you have those elements, slice method will check until you have those elements, it will return all of those elements. So if I have 50, 60, it's 10 is still less than this. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you have up to index 5. So it will return all those elements from position 1. If I say 3, so 0, 1, 2, 3. So from position 3 to up to 10. So now it will include everything 40, 50, 60. All these 3 will be returned because up to 10 elements. So this is up to not 3, 4, 5, 6. This is up to 6 elements. So you can skip this last index. If you skip that, it will return everything. So most of the time you don't need, if you want to all the elements from particular position, you don't need to check for numbers dot length. So you will write code like this. So from position 3, I want all the other elements. So up to all the elements are not finished. But this is unnecessary code. So because by default, it will check for until all the elements of that array. So slice is to get particular part of that array. It's like a copy of that array. It's not exact same array. So if I see here, so let's say, let me store this in variable sliced. And here I will check matching if numbers is equal to sliced. So I am checking if they are equal. So you will get false because they are array and they are not equal. Slice method returns copy of that array. But if I check numbers with numbers, you will get true because they are same. So the reference is same. So slice method is used to take part of that array from starting index to ending index, and ending index is optional. And you can also pass negative value. So when I say -1, it will start from the end instead of starting from the start. So you can see you get 60 as the result because that is the ending index. So from minus side, from the end, it will start finding out that element. So when I say -2, so you will get two elements, 50 and 60. So from the end, you will get those elements sliced. So you will get part of that particular array from end index. So this is -1, this is -2. When you pass minus value, it will start from the end. It will not start from the beginning. So when you say just 2, it will start from 0th index, 0, 1, 2. So from 30 until all of the elements, you can get everything from 30. But when I say -2, you will start from the end, -1, -2. So you will get 50 and 60. So that is the that's how you can use slice method to take out any part. So for any element you want from particular position, you can use the slice method to take out particular element at a particular position. The slice is used to get elements from a specific positions, from start index to end index. So slice method accepts two parameters, start and end. So end is optional. You don't have to pass. If you don't pass it, you will get all the elements of that array. So when I say splice, so if you see the splice, what you do is you pass the start index. From start index, delete how many you want to delete, and you also pass. There is one more. It's not mentioned. There is, you can see +1 overload. So you can also add how many elements you want to add. So let's say from position 0. So what you will get everything. So it should be spliced. So you get everything, but let's say I want to delete some elements. So let's say from position 1, I want to delete 2 elements. So from position 1, I want to, you can see it's a delete count. So how many elements you want to delete? So from position 1, I want to delete 2 elements. So now from this array, you get 20 and 30 will be removed. You have only 10, 40 and 60. You can see splice returns that whatever it has removed. So this is the removed, and here you can say numbers again. If you print, you will see those elements removed. You can see original, this is the original. You have removed 20 and 30. Now it contains only 10, 40 and 50, 60, 40, 56. So these, from position 1, you are removing 2 elements. So that means 20 and 30 are removed, and you have only 10, 40 and 60. This is the final result. So splice is used to modify the array. So you need to remember, slice does not modify the array. Slice just returns a new array. So as I said here, numbers equal to sliced. This will return false because they never equal, both are different. Slice method returns copy of that array by slicing, by removing or copying those elements into new array. Slice method does not remove those elements. So if I here, I think I have not shown you. Slice. So if you check here, you can see this is the original number. Now slice. What I am doing, from position -2, let's say from position 2. So from 0, 1, 2. from position 2 I want everything, so you will get 30, 40, 50, 60 back. But if you see the original array, it remains as it is. So this slice method just takes part of that array, but it will not remove that elements from that array. It will return copy of those elements, whatever you want. So the original array remains as it is, that is not modified. So slice method does not modify the original array, but with splice you are changing the original array. So what I'm saying, from position 1 delete 2 elements, from position 2 if I say delete 4 elements, 0, so this is the first position, 1, 2, 3, 4. So now these 4 elements will be removed. So when I say 4, don't start with 0. So this always starts with index 1. So this is position 1. So start index starts with 0. This is 0th element. This is first element. So from first element, I want 4 elements to be removed. So this is 1 element, second, third, and fourth. Now you will have only 10 and 60 as the numbers result. So if I execute, let me change index, splice. So now you can see these in between elements, 4 elements are removed. Now we have only 10 and 60 as the final numbers array. So splice is used to remove those particular elements. If you don't specify this, from starting from position 1, remove everything. So now number contains only 10. So you are removing from position 1, you are removing everything. You have not mentioned what is the end index, from up to what you want to remove. So that you have not specified. That's why it removes everything from position 1. So you will see only 10 in the numbers array now. So this is the original numbers array. So you are removing the original elements from that array. So splice you can do, there is one more overload here. So let's say 2, and you can also add a third parameter. So let's say from position 1, I want to delete 2 elements, and you can add also those some elements. So let's say from position 1, this is the position 1, I want to remove 2 elements. Now I want to add some more elements at those places. So what I can do, I can say 80, 90. So I have removed 2 elements and I am adding 2 elements. So these 80, 90 will be added in places of these. So it will become 80, 90. So 10, 80, 90, 40, 50, 60. That will be the result. You can see 10, 80, 90, 40, 50, 60. So using splice method, you can also add some elements. So from position 1, delete 2 elements, and wherever they are deleted, add new elements. So this accepts unlimited number of parameters. You can see it's an array because you are using spread operator. So you can pass whatever values you want. So you don't have to pass 2. So you are removing 2, but that does not mean you have to pass only 2. You can pass extra only. So I have extra also. So I have passed 4 elements. So from position 2, you will be removing 2 and you will be adding all these 4. So now it will be like this. So 10, 80, 90, 100, 120, then 40, 50, 60. So that's how it will work. So you can see these elements you have added and the previous elements are as it is. So what's this mean? From position 1, delete 2 elements and add all of these elements at that particular position, starting from that position. So from starting from position 1. So this is the position 1, add all these elements, and from there remove those 2 elements. So before adding, you need to make sure you are removing. So this method, what does this mean? From position 1, delete 2 elements. So these 2 will be deleted, and then add these elements. So it will be added here. So this is exactly same what you get. So this is the splice method. Splice method, it is used to remove or add those particular element, but it modifies the original array. So you should think before using splice. You should always try to avoid modifying the original array. So because once you modify that, you don't have now access to that original array. You don't know what was that there in the original array. Here you have logged, that's why you know. But if I want to use that original array here and I want to do something, I cannot do because now that array is modified. I don't have access to the original array. So you need to remember splice method is used to is modifying the original array, and you can add or remove elements from that array.